Hello and welcome to tonight's CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualley, sitting here with Marv and Mike Molyneux. All right, so basically, just before we got on, the game plan was to just talk full Mohamed Sanu. The Patriots obviously traded second-round pick for him. They bring in Mohamed Sanu, and that was going to be the main topic. Basically, what's the impact going to be of having Sanu on this roster now? Well, now, just a few minutes ago, it broke. I've got Adam Schefter's tweet here per Field Yates. Patriots place wide receiver Josh Gordon on IR due to his knee injury. His season now is over. So you bring in Mohamed Sanu, which this basically, by the way, guys, just wipes away most of why I'm happy why Mohamed Sanu is here, which
Right.
obviously means the depth. So you bring in Mohamed Sanu, you'll lose Josh Gordon, done for the year. So let's talk about that. We can still talk about the impact of Mohamed Sanu now under these circumstances, though. So it might change up your answers just a little bit. So, Marv, let's start it off with you. What is the significant impact with bringing in Mohamed Sanu, if there is one, especially now with the news that Josh Gordon done for the year?
Well, with Josh Gordon being done for the year, Sanu, his role's going to change a little bit what I originally thought it was going to be on this team. He has to become the designated outside receiver for Tom Brady, a big receiver, 6'2", 200 pounds. And, we all know about his catch radius. You could throw it to him anywhere, and he's going to go up and go get it. He fights for the ball. And I thought he was going to be a perfect complement to Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon
Oh, I was
outside
so
and
excited.
and him being in the inside, I thought that was going to be great because Sanu's not just an outside receiver. This is a guy you can put him anywhere on the field. You can put him inside. He's great with the short routes. He understands defenses. He knows where to go into zones and beat a defense. Now that there's no Josh Gordon, we still, N'Keal Harry's not guaranteed that he's going to play. It's not guaranteed that he's going to be fit into Brady's system or whatnot.
It's not guaranteed he's going to be
So
effective if he does play.
exactly. So now Sanu has to be, now you're banking on Sanu to really be that guy to be your number two wide receiver on this team, essentially. And that giving up a second round pick, he needs to be that guy. It's a must that Sanu is that guy, and I think he will be able to deliver. But it definitely changes things because now you Philip Dorsett and Jacoby Myers, their roles once again heightens a bit, knowing that Josh Gordon will no longer be playing this year.
Yeah, and you know what this tells me too, because there's been a lot of like speculation about why they traded a second round pick. Because whether or not you believe it, I mean, it seems to me that it's a little high for Mohamed Sanu. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm excited that he's here. I think he's going to be. I think he will fit well with the Patriots and Tom Brady and the whole nine. But second round pick to me, I was like, okay, that's a little high. But now that we know this news, I think they were a little desperate. I think they knew that they were going to need to get another receiver in because you're not going to go through the season with Jacoby Myers, Julian Edelman, Philip Dorsett, and Gunnar Olszewski. You're just not going to do that. Mike, before we jump over to you, guys, the football season is underway. We are now right in the middle of the season. And now you can get into the game with our exclusive sports betting partners at betonline.ag. Sign up today to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit and make your bets on your favorite professional or college team. Every spread, every total, every winner or loser, straight bet, parlay, or tease your way through the entire season. Is Patrick Mahomes going to throw 56 touchdowns? If he does now, that's pretty impressive. Can the Pats go undefeated? Still on the table. Bet on all of this with the fastest odds, updates, and payouts with our new sportsbook partners, betonline.ag. Head over to betonline.ag and use your mobile device to join today and use promo code CLNS50 to receive your 50% welcome bonus. Get into all the action today with betonline.ag, your online sports book experts. All right, Mike, what do you think the impact of bringing Mohamed Sanu to the Patriots now, especially with the news that Josh Gordon headed to IR?
Well, my first thought or question is, when the Patriots were making this move to acquire Mohamed Sanu, were they doing it just to add depth to the receivers, or were they doing it because they already had prior knowledge that Josh Gordon probably was going to be out? That's what I
think it was. I think it's the second one. I think they knew.
I mean, one thing going into the season, as the season started to progress and Demaryius Thomas out the picture, Antonio Brown out the picture, it was a conversation that, And I think we had it a couple times on this show as well. Should the Patriots add more weapons? I know I said it for sure that I believe the Patriots should go out and get weapons. So obviously, this move, they add weapons, but it's so unfortunate that as they're adding a weapon, it takes one right out the picture. Sanu is a veteran receiver. He's been around for a while. He's seen a lot in this league. But that's one thing. It's another thing to come and be brand new to the whole Patriots system, McDaniels, Brady, what they like on the field. I think Mohamed Sanu, in a lot of people's eyes, might just become the number 2 option on this team because of who he is, his track record, how long he's been in the league. But we know the connection that Brady has with Dorsett. Jacoby Myers is starting to really, show that he's an option for Brady out there. But Mohamed Sanu's role on this team definitely increases. Before we just got this information, Josh Gordon, we thought, okay, Sanu's going to, be able to work in. Brady's still going to have Edelman, Gordon to work with, and Dorsett. But now Sanu, he's probably going to get targeted a lot more than people anticipated because now officially Josh Gordon's out the picture. So I look to see Sanu be a huge part of this offense. Let's see how quickly he gets acclimated with the playbook and whatnot. But Sanu just went from being just another addition to the team to now a big addition because they're going to need him to really step up for the offense.
Yeah, and I mean, like, to go back to what you said about if the Patriots knew, like I said, I definitely think they knew because they gave up a pretty high pick. I don't know if they would have done that regardless, even if Josh Gordon. I was seeing reports today that Josh Gordon was on the field, by the way, today.
Yes, I saw pictures of Josh Gordon and him on the field together.
Funny business.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened after that. And again, like, I'm not kidding. We record Wednesday, 5:22 p.m. is where we're at right now. This news broke about 5 minutes before we actually started the show, or at least got on to get ready. So this news is fresh. So throw everything out the window. My main point that I was happy about with this deal and with what we've been hammering the past few weeks, the past month and a half, was that if the Patriots need one thing to improve this team, because the team is damn good, but the offense needs to improve in one specific area, and that was to get depth for Tom Brady, get depth at weapons, and not only depth, Brady wants somebody who's experienced and reliable. I mean, this guy does not draw passes. This guy plays almost every game. I was looking at the games that he's played since his rookie season in 2012, and every single season since then, since his rookie season, he's either played 15 or 16 games. So the guy's reliable. But the depth, to me, was the biggest part of why you had to go get somebody like this, why you had to go get a Mohamed Sanu, or potentially another target that a lot of people wanted that Jimmy G ended up getting, and Emmanuel Sanders. It was the depth. It was the depth. On Monday night against the Jets, Tom Brady's receiving targets, Philip Dorsett, Julian Edelman, Jacoby Myers, and Gunnar Olszewski. You were an injury away from having Matt Slater out there playing receiver, which he never does. You were a step away. You were just one little bruised rib away from Julian Edelman, which he's clearly hurting too, by the way, from getting Matt Slater out there to play receiver. So the depth portion of this, it was going to be huge. It's what I was mostly excited about. Okay, you got this. Now this offense is solidified, except for the offensive line, of course. But you're almost back to where you were. I don't know about the skill level between Josh Gordon and Mohamed Sanu. I don't know how close they are. But, I mean, Mohamed Sanu is a very solid, good option. I think he will end up being the number 2 on this team. But Mike, you're right. He's going to have to take on a big, big role, especially now that Josh Gordon's done. But, I mean, guys, are we back? And we can wrap this up in 30 seconds with this question. Are the Patriots back in the same position that they basically were now that their depth is essentially the exact same as it was before they got brought in Mohamed Sanu? What do you think, Marv?
I think it's actually worse because prior to it, you had a couple weeks where you said, okay, the Patriots can start making moves and add to the depth. We're getting to the finish line here where there's no more trade deadline. If N'Keal Harry doesn't, if he doesn't come back or he's not effective, then what do you have there with Sanu and just Julian Edelman? I think this team will still be fine just because of the defense and how amazing it is. But I don't know if you're in a better position than you were last week.
More news that just came out too. This is all live on the show, baby. I'm reading this off of Bleacher Report per Ian Rappaport. Gordon likely done in New England. Patriots wide receiver, knee will be waived off of IR when fully healthy. So it seems like Josh Gordon is going to be done in New England.
Damn.
Jesus.
Which, I mean, with that, this has been a roller coaster with this guy, and a lot of people wanted to see him succeed, and it sucks that it sucks that he had to get hurt. It really does suck that he had to get hurt. But I mean, with Mohamed Sanu too, a benefit with him in this situation is he's under contract for next season.
That's a sad story, and it especially seems as if, not talking about the knee injury, but in terms of his personal life, for the most part, it seemed like he was doing everything right to be, healthy.
Seemed like he was back on track.
It seemed like he was back on track for this team, and for football to be taken away from him now because of a knee injury after everything he's dealing with outside of football, it's a sad story. I mean, the Patriots done so much, and, it sucks that this is the way it's going for Josh Gordon and New England Patriots relationship.
Yeah, before we wrap up this topic real quick, just other things I wanted to hit on with Mohamed Sanu that makes him valuable too, just straying away from the Josh Gordon piece of it, just the positive side of bringing this guy in. He's a Bill Belichick. He's exactly what Bill Belichick wants. He's a Bill Belichick, just perfect gift. I mean, this is why the Patriots tried getting him before the draft, ahead of the draft this past year, is because he fits what the Patriots do. He's versatile. He can return kicks. He can play outside. He can play inside. He's a good run blocker. This guy can do it all. So, I mean, in the end, it's a great move for the Patriots, hopefully in the end, to bring in Mohamed Sanu. But it just sucks at the same time that you just didn't add any depth.
Yeah, man, this is really heartbreaking. Like Mike said, just with the Josh Gordon news. I know we're supposed to be talking about Sanu, but we're talking about a man who, really fought his ass off to really make the team and fit into this culture, get a second chance, and it sucks. It really sucks. I was really rooting for this guy.
Everybody was, for sure.
Per Albert Breer, source says Patriots wide receiver Josh Gordon expects to be medically cleared soon and that his knee injury is minor. I was told he ran 22 miles an hour on the treadmill during a rehab session today. Once he's cleared, he hopes to be released off of IR and signed with a new team.
And there's more to it. There has to be more to it.
There's more to it. This is becoming a very interesting situation as we sit here right now.
It's more to it, and as the news unfolds, the coverage will be there for sure from CLNS Media, man.
This is what? Oh my God.
This became interesting in this 10-minute video.
Now I'm mad. Now I went from being heartbroken to pissed off.